I know for me personally, being an entrepreneur, I have those very difficult days. There are some days when a deal falls apart or something doesn't go right. I just don't know where to turn or who to talk to. That's when I go inside and listen to my intuition. Sometimes while viewing life, your perception of what you're viewing may not be the same as someone else's. We all view life through our own vantage point, our own experiences, and our own history. This is why there can be conflict when two people are viewing the exact same situation. With a better understanding on this, perhaps we can take a look at the other person's perspective. Well, we had the honor of talking with Dr. Deepak Chopra about perception, life, and his new book, God. Let's go check it out. Hi, I'm here today in conversation with Dr. Deepak Chopra about his new book, God. And I'm just fascinated by this book and the subject and want to understand more about your inspiration behind this book. Can you just tell our viewers a little brief on that?
Well, the book idea came to me after I read in the New York Times from 1930 a little conversation that took place between the Indian poet and mystic Rabindranath Tagore and Einstein. Basically, the gist of the conversation was that Einstein in the world of science was known as a realist, which means that what you see is what is. Okay? So here, what you see, this is reality.
Right.
Whereas Tagore took the position that physical reality is really a perceptual experience that is a human experience for human beings.
So what was your greatest breakthrough while writing this book? I'm sure you uncovered a lot about yourself as well.
Well, breakthroughs, don't happen suddenly. It's like a fruit that's taking a long time to ripen. One day it falls. If a sparrow was looking at the world, it wouldn't see the same world you and I do, or a dog, or a dolphin, or a chameleon, or an owl. So the thought occurred to me, if there are so many versions of physical reality, and they're all based on the brain that you're using to look at it, there's nothing absolute about it. Which one is real? And this is the position Tagore took. He said, the world that we observe, even scientists, is a human world, observed through a human nervous system. And the thought occurred to me, now we are 14 billion years later after the Big Bang, and brains and the universe, or how the universe appears to us, have co-evolved. The universe is much bigger today. It's 47 billion light years across. Almost certainly God is not a dead white male in the sky.
Right.
Okay, so where does God, where does the mystery of God fit in? In the Indian tradition, there's a word called Maya. Right. Is what you see is not what is. And for surely, what you see is not what is. What is perceived is bounced off an underlying field of consciousness as a particular perceptual experience, and that's Maya. Okay, it's not the real reality.
Right.
The real reality, as Rumi says, is behind the curtain. In truth, we are not here. This is our shadow. This is a book about how do we explore that for ourselves. If somebody is pointing to the moon, you should look at the moon, not worship their finger. But that's what they do in religion. Right. So through this book, we get to look at the moon.
Religion tends to divide. Of how we can use religion to actually bring people together and unite as one.
I think religion is just a cult with a large following. We should get rid of it. It has to evolve. And as we move into the postmodern age, with all that we know about the world, we must take the religious experience and sacrifice the dogma and ideology.
So does one have to believe in God to read your book, to understand your book?
Does one have to believe in God? Do you have to believe in electricity? It's there, the light bulb and my iPhone and my TV set.
Right.
So if something is real, why do you have to believe in it?
Right.
Okay, belief is a cover-up for insecurity. You don't have to believe in God. In fact, the only thing that will take you away from God is the belief in God. Oh. You go beyond belief, go beyond faith, experiment, observe, be self-aware, reflect, transcend, meditate, and see the difference between the perceptual and the real.
So what can one hope to experience while reading your book, God?
I think if people are going to seriously read this book, they should read each story, and there's a lesson after the story. They should reflect in it, and then they should come back to it, because this is a practice more than just a reading.
It was wonderful talking to you about your book, and I encourage all of our viewers to pick up a copy as well.
Thank you, Sarika.
Thank you, Dr. Chopra. I personally believe that we can all have our own thoughts on religion and God. But one rule to live by: if you set your intention in the universe with positive thoughts and positive thinking, the universe will unfold to make your dreams come true. Try it. It just might happen. Did you know that people that are very successful wake up every day with a certain mindset? Well, we're going to find out what that is. Next, let's talk to innovator Naveen Jain for his inspirational tip of the week.
Andaaz, brought to you by Basic Ayurveda, your source for Ayurvedic juices. Yatek Institute, the art of medicine, the science of weight loss.